she works with me on Pride. You either love me or you don't. I'm okay with that.
I love
It's all about pulling off this event every year, which is what's more fantastic.
Yeah.
You'll hear from me very often in any of the discussions that I have that it's the youth that we need to engage today to help us earn our rights for tomorrow. It's really what it comes down to. So for young people out there fighting, this is what we're looking for. Standing next to me here, and I'm going to read this because it's very important to me, is our Grand Marshal that we picked for this year's event. His name is Danny Sparks. And I do mean this when I say this. At the tender age of just 18, which I'm not sure how that could be since I'm just 26 myself, he's already had 3 years of activism under his belt. Get this, 3 years of activism. Actually, probably 4. In 2008, Danny, 15 then, was the founding member of Ohio Advocates Youth Leadership Council, a project of the AIDS Task Force of Greater Cleveland. Do you know who they are? AIDS Task Force back there, rocking it the whole night? Okay, great. All right. And where he was given the tools of positively influencing culture and a policy to reflect on young people's needs and rights around sexuality and equality. Danny has also been an outspoken advocate for anti-bullying and anti-discrimination. See, this is what Liz was worried about. I got you, Liz. This is how it happens, okay? Good. All right. And measures in schools. He recently provided testimony before the Ohio House of Education Committee in support of anti-cyberbullying, House Bill 155, the Jessica Logan Act, named in honor of Jessica Logan, a high school student who committed suicide, guys. This is the seriousness of this, due to the relentless online bullying that happens, and from her peers. This allowed the school to enforce better anti-bullying measures. On a personal note, the reason why Danny is so important to me is that I'll never forget in 2007 when I just took over Cleveland Pride, he came down then, just 15 years old, and asked, can I volunteer somehow? And I said, absolutely, and he's been a part of us ever since. So, Danny Sparks.
Thank you. I'm going to try not to captivate you for too long because I know you want to enjoy the festival. Happy Pride. But I just want to say that I'm extremely honored to be your Grand Marshal this year. If you ask anyone that I know, they'll likely tell you that I do not enjoy the spotlight very often. But I accepted this position because I like to think that I represent a cornerstone of how very diverse the LGBT community it really is. I know that our community is unique in its own right, but what makes us especially unique is the fact that we are united firmly with a purpose. And that purpose is our unending desire for equality. My personal story regarding my activism is long and varied, and it has a lot to do with sexual health education, and I could get into that, but I don't think that that's necessarily the message that we're talking about. What I think is important is the fact that we need to emphasize youth involvement in the decisions that are being made, whether it's at our school boards or at the state level or at the national level. What's really important is that we bring in those young people and not only ensure that their voices are heard, but ensure that their voices are being taken seriously. You know, when I was doing sexual health education reform in Parma, which I've been doing and I'm still doing for the past 3 years, I always ask myself this one question. Well, first of all, is changing sex education in Parma really worth all of the time and investment that I'm putting into it? I always ask that question time and again, and I always reduce that confusion down to 2 questions, really. If not me, then who? And if not now, then when? I think that we, as young people, whether you're LGBTQ or straight, are indeed the future. And I know that together we will make equality a reality in Ohio by changing the culture, both culturally and politically. So I know that that's going to happen, and it's going to happen because of young people. So give all of the young people in the crowd Give yourselves a round of applause. And old people. I really, really hope that my story can become less a matter of exception and more a matter of standard as we begin working together and involving young people, so that, you know, seeing someone young influencing policy isn't out of ordinary in the future. I really just want to thank a few people for all of their contributions to my work over the years. I think first and foremost is my family, who's here with cameras, watching me, and certainly my mom and my two sisters. They're three of the most exceptional women that I know, and they, ever since I came out 5 years ago, they have been everything that I've ever needed, and I don't know what I would do without that family. I think the same goes to Judith Pendel, the fierce and fearless leader of the Ohio Advocates since we started in 2008. She's been like a mother to me since I began doing work in pharma, and I don't know where I'd be without her, or for that matter, the past and present Ohio Advocates who are on the ground working in Ohio, making it a better place to learn and to live. Thank you to them, and thank you to all of the organizations that helped to make my work easier and more successful in pharma. I couldn't have done it alone, and I certainly didn't. And I think finally, just a thank you to all of you here today. When I came out 5 years ago, I remember, and I don't know if this is a shared experience, but you want to be in the gay culture that you hadn't been in before. It's like, you know, I want to immerse myself in this. And when I came to Pride 4 years ago, that is what you gave me. You gave me a community that accepted me for who I was, and I don't think I'll ever forget that. Thank you.